Alright guys, really easy, really tasty burger at home. Remember to subscribe, and again, let me know what to make. Shamila asked me to make a burger. Check this out. Alright guys, so as you already saw from the start, we're gonna make burgers today. So a lot of people message me asking about making a homemade burger because everybody's stuck at home. And what I decided to do is a Trinidad style burger. So people here already know how to make that already in Trinidad, but at least it will give people anywhere else a new style to try. So first thing we're gonna do is start prepping for the seasoning that we're gonna season up this meat with. First, we're just gonna go straight to the blender here, and we're gonna put in some of the seasoning that I showed you guys how to make last time, and I'll put a link at the top to the video, which I think is the fried chicken video, and at the start of that video had the details of how to make this green seasoning that we make. Other than this, we're gonna actually crack an egg in here. We're gonna put just a splash of milk, and then the bread that we made the other day, we just have a couple pieces that we broke up here, and we're gonna actually break it inside of here. So we're basically making a paste out of this, and this is what we're gonna season throughout the burger with. You could chop everything up and then mix it all together. I am using a blender so that you don't get like chunks of bread in it or something. So once we blend this all together, now we have exactly what we're gonna season our ground beef with. So we're just gonna go straight into the ground beef for this. And some salt, black pepper, and I'm gonna put some smoky paprika. It's your call if you want to put this or not. Other than that, you're just going to mix this all together. You don't want to squeeze it too much and, you know, ruin the texture of the ground beef itself, because what's going to happen is your burger patty going to be like really chewy, and that's not what you want. You want a patty that is tender and moist. So once you're done getting this seasoned all the way through, you're gonna set this aside, and while you do everything else, this will be marinated. Okay. The next thing we're gonna do is do just a short bit of prep work for the sauce. Now, a burger is okay if the meat is flavorful, you have good quality beef or whatever. But to me, what really makes a burger is having the right sauce and having the right toppings. If you're a mushroom lover, you're gonna like a burger with mushrooms and so on. So for this burger, I'm gonna make a sauce that I came up with. It's really simple and it tastes really good. So first, we're just gonna start by slicing a couple onions, because we are gonna cook these onions down. Again, you guys know how to slice onions, so I will just speed through the portion of me cutting this, and then see you guys back at the stove when we start putting all of this together. Alright, so now that we have the things we needed prepped, we're gonna form the patties. Now in this pan here, I actually have this off. It's a cold pan, no heat at all, and I have 4 strips of bacon that I just cut in half. So we're gonna actually start the bacon in a cold pan on a low heat and let it fry up, and then that's what we're gonna use. That oil is what we're gonna use to make the burgers and actually to work on caramelizing the onions. So we're just gonna split this pound of ground beef, seasoned ground beef, into 4 because as usual that's all I need, and we're gonna try to keep it as even as possible. Each burger here will come up to be about 1/4 pound based on how equal I could get us all to be in the end. Okay, so we have the patties formed, and if you look at it, you'll be able to see how it's really well seasoned. So we're gonna turn on this stovetop griddle I have here, along with the pan, and let everything heat together. You're gonna put both items on maybe a medium heat, okay? And from there, you'll be able to just follow along. So once the fat is rendered from the bacon, then we're gonna be able to take some of that very same fat and use it to cook our burgers. And then we're gonna drain some of the fat and then use just what's remained in the pan to throw our onions in. So once this is all up to temperature and we're ready for the next step, that's when we'll be back. Alright, so the bacon is pretty much where I want it to be. You know, each person has their own preference of doneness for bacon. So you could choose if you want to leave yours on each side for a little longer and cook it even more, but I don't really like bacon that cracks. I still want it to have this a little bit of bite to it as opposed to just, you know, cracking like all those pieces of bacon are in Wendy's and McDonald's. I don't like it like that. So once we get a little bit of color on both sides, we're gonna go ahead and remove these. I'm gonna put them in a bowl or a plate or anything with some paper towels so that I'll drain off the excess oil. I'll turn the heat down on this really low, and I'm actually gonna put the excess fat onto the griddle itself. Spread that around a little bit. And now, this is where we're gonna go onto the griddle with our patties. Just make sure they're all formed well. Okay, so remember, you're gonna leave this heat on medium, maybe even medium low, and you're gonna leave this to cook for about 5 minutes before you even interfere with it. Now, I'm making well done burgers because that's how a lot of people in this house eat it. So that's how I'm gonna make it. But if you want it cooked to medium well, you know, you're gonna cook it for less, maybe 3 minutes per side or 4 minutes per side. So I'm gonna do 5 minutes per side. Now, in this pan here, you're gonna go ahead and turn the onions. And the heat on this is actually on low, very low, okay? We're gonna leave the onions and all the dark bits that came out from cooking the bacon, that's actually all gonna end up in the onion because the onions are gonna release moisture. We're gonna pick up all that from the base very easily. So I think I could just speed up this a little bit until we're about 5 minutes in and ready to flip these burgers. So it's been about 5 minutes and you can see all the bits has been taken up by the onions. What I did do though off camera is I added just a small bit of butter because it's going to add some richness to the sauce. So next, let's flip the burgers and see how we look. Okay, so at this point, we're going to top it with some cheese. And now we're going to leave this to cook for the second 5 minutes on low. Now to finish up with the sauce, at this point we can actually turn the heat off. So we're going to put some mayo and it's going to go straight into the onions, right? Heat is off. Some mayo. Mustard. Ketchup. A shake of Worcestershire sauce. Well, I need to pour this one. And then lastly, you're gonna put some grated cheese in this. And the residual heat is gonna help melt this. Some fresh thyme that I had. And that's it. And this is meant to be a really, really thick sauce. Because the last thing you want is a sauce that, you know, running all over your clothes. So the cheese has salt. That's why you didn't see me add any salt at this point or up to this point. So now we're gonna just taste it and see if we need to add salt or not. I feel like I need just a little bit of salt, not too much. And that's it. We're gonna leave the sauce just to rest and wait for the burgers to be finished. So at the end, you'll see how it all came out. Okay, so burgers are out and now it's time for assembly. So we have 4 burger buns here and we're just gonna start with some of our sauce. Alright. Just gonna put some lettuce. Maybe take this off the stem. Then we're gonna put some tomato. But one thing people never do, and you should, is you should just salt your tomato just a little bit before adding it to your burger. It just helps the flavor a lot. So we're gonna add some tomatoes to it. We're gonna go on with our burgers. Okay. Gonna put some more sauce. Obviously there's no need to add onions because the sauce has onions in it. And then lastly, we're gonna stick on some bacon on that. And that is it. You know how really affordable, really great burger. You recording right now?
Yeah.
Wait, don't tell me to start. You sound hold on.